Welcome back. Here's our warm-up questions for today. First one says, 1 hour is 60 minutes. How many minutes in 2 hours? And then in 7 hours. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. How many grams in 3.5 kilograms? And 7 1/4 kilograms. So, pause the video, take a second, try to solve it for yourself before I give you the answers. All right, first, 2 hours. If I take 60 times 2, we can do 6 times 2 is 12, and then add the 0. We get 120 minutes. Can do the same thing for 7. 60 times 7 be 42 for 6 times 7, add a 0. And we get 420 minutes. Down here, we have 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. How many grams in 3.5 kilograms? Well, the 3 would be 3,000, and half would be 500. So you should get 3,500 grams. Same thing for this, at 7 1/4 kilograms, it'd be 7. Half would be 250, so 7,250 grams. So that's it for our warm-up. Today, again, we're working on symmetry, something we have worked on before, but let's do a quick review. There will be questions on your Unit 5 test about symmetry, so it's really important that we review it. So there'll be some different questions about symmetry. Again, symmetry is where you're creating a mirror image of something on the other side, or you could create a line to make a mirror image. I'm just trying to give this a second because I'm worried my board is going to be wet. Let's hope that this works. So if I draw a line down the center, one question I could maybe ask you to do is I could draw the half of a shape. I could draw this, and I would ask you to, using this line of symmetry, draw the rest of the shape. What you would need to do is create a mirror image or an exact copy on the other side of this. Now, that one was pretty easy. Sometimes it might be more complicated. Might have a similar question, but they might have something like this. Again, you would need to make a mirror image. Now, I should be using a straight edge. Unfortunately, I don't have a ruler at home, but you could use the side of a book or a ruler. That would be ideal for creating these images, is use a straight edge or a ruler. Sometimes you might get problems like this, where instead of having a line like that, you have these dots. You have a line of symmetry down the middle. Finish my dots first. So it's not up and down, it's down the middle, and then it wants you to, again, recreate the image, but it's not always a shape, sometimes it's lines. All right, so I created these lines, and on your test it may ask you to create a mirror image of these lines. So what I would need to do is to very carefully copy what I see on the bottom. And that was how you would solve one of those problems with the dots. The last type of problem you might see dealing with symmetry would be to ask you to draw lines of symmetry in a shape. So let's say we had this square right here. Your job would be to draw lines of symmetry wherever you see one. So this way, I drew a line. It's the same on both sides. I could do it right here. So those would be all the lines of symmetry I could draw. Sometimes you'll have shapes like this. So you have the letter M. It would ask you to draw lines of symmetry. I can't draw as many lines of symmetry on this, but I do see one. Draw down the center like that. Sometimes I've seen students go across like this, but if you were to fold it, you would see it wouldn't be an exact copy, so don't get tripped up by that. That's lines of symmetry. I'm gonna go now, just because Zachary is a little upset. My son, you can show him Zachary. He's been a real trooper as I've taped these videos, but I'll see you guys later.